So go ahead and let your breathing start to slow down, and gradually it'll begin to deepen. Feel the little micro movements that your body makes as you inhale and exhale, deepening yourself into your child's pose, feeling the relaxation of your hips, your shoulders, softening through your jaw, your neck. And then just welcoming a feeling of heaviness through your lower body, allowing your glutes to get heavier and track towards your heels.
Thanks.
Become aware of the place in your belly where your inhalation stops and your exhalation begins. And with each round of breath, I want you to press that location deeper in towards the bottom of your belly, driving your inhale to fill you up entirely, and then allowing the exhale to push all of that air up and out through your nose. Eventually, your inhalations and exhalations will match in length, and you'll maintain that square breath throughout your practice. You can allow the breath to become audible as you restrict the back of your neck, thinking about as if you were fogging up a pair of glasses, that little restriction that creates that almost oceanic type of breath that you can hear as you inhale and exhale. That is your Ujjayi breath, the breath of fire, the victorious breath that creates that internal heat that you get while you practice. Taking 2 more full rounds of breath here, getting a little deeper into that child's pose of pressing into your palms to send your waist back, pressing your hips down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press yourself up into a tabletop position. Bring your knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders, toes tucked or untucked, cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Really drive your palms down and send your chest forward. Exhale, round, cat back. Drive your navel high in towards your spine. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Hold it here. Step your feet back, high plank. Keep driving your navel up towards your spine and press into your palms, straightening out your arms. Feel your shoulder blades separate. Feel as if you're breathing through your shoulder blades out the back. As you exhale, lower down to forearm plank. Arms are at 11s. You're high on the balls of your feet. You might need to walk your feet back a little if you feel like your glutes are sticking up. Now start to rock back and forth, just little tiny movements. Try to keep your glutes nice and level. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, alternating hip dips. Dip your right hip down, lift. Dip your left hip down, lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop Sphinx pose. Untuck your toes. Arms stay at an 11. And now you're lifting with your chest and tucking your chin so the back of your neck is getting longer. You're feeling this back bend right about the center of your back. If you want to take it deeper, you can walk your elbows in a little closer to your body, or you can press into your palms and start to lift, straightening up your arms. Completely optional. Remembering to keep that chin slightly tucked. Feel the back of your neck get longer. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lower your head down. Plant your palms in line with your chest. Tuck your toes. Press yourself back to a child's pose. And then inhale to lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Make some movement in your down dog, pedaling it out, bending into your knees, driving one heel down and then the other. If you want more movement, you can roll back and forth from down dog to plank. Coming back to that very lengthened and controlled breathing. Inhale, straighten through your arms, send your chest back. Exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands, forward fold. Find a half lift at the top. Exhale, fold. Grab for opposite elbows or a different hand variation as you hang here. You can sway side to side, continuing to find movement where your body wants it. Notice the differences that you feel running up and down your hamstrings as you shift your weight from the heels to the balls of your feet. You want that weight to settle in the balls of your feet to really isolate the hamstrings in this stretch and to keep it out of your low back. Keep a micro bend in your knees if your hamstrings are sensitive. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Hands reach high at the top. Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Squeeze your glutes. Press your hips forward. Gaze lifts. Come to a neutral spine. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms together and then try to drive them apart by separating your forearms. Good. So you have a bend in your elbows here as you begin to lift your forearms up away from your back, pressing them towards the back of the room. So your chest is pushing forward and your arms are pulling back, lifting a little higher in those elbows. Good. Straighten your arms down. Keep the connection. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze is high. Exhale to fold over two straight legs. Keep driving that fist away from your body, either out the back of the room or through the ceiling. That depends on your shoulder rotation. Press your palms together to get a little extra space. Good. Stay folded. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach. Squeeze your glutes, lean back. Neutral spine, hands interlace the uncomfortable way, opposite thumbs on top. Press your palms together, lift your forearms away from your back, bend into your elbows. Chest pushes forward, arms are pulling back. Try to get those elbows a little bit higher. Nice. Keep the interlace, straighten your arms. Shoulders roll away from your ears, gaze lifts. Exhale to fold. Keep pressing that fist away from you. Feel as though you're flaring your tailbone out towards the back of the room. Find a slight internal spiral of your thighs. Keep that weight shifted into the balls of your feet. Stay folded. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Urdhva Hastasana, arms lift. Exhale, swan dive it down, forward fold. Half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step one foot back and then the other, high plank. Exhale, lowering down, knees, chest, and chin, all at the same time, little inchworm. So you're pushing into your toes, your palms are pressing hard into the ground, elbows are squeezing in along your sides. Use your inhale to untuck your toes, pull your chest through your arms, find a low cobra. Exhale, forehead down, tuck your toes, press back through a child's pose up to downward facing dog. So there's one option for a vinyasa for you that doesn't use a chaturanga. Instead, it uses Ashtangasana, knees, chest, and chin pose and takes you back through child's pose. You're welcome to take that or any other version of a vinyasa that you would like. When you are ready, inhale your right leg up high behind you. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Squeeze your heel into your glute and really open up that hip so that you can feel like it's looking at the child watch room. Good. Straighten your leg. Close off your hip. Exhale. Knee in towards your nose. Plant your foot in between your palms. Left hand stays. Right arm lifts. Easy twist. Good, so you're high on the ball of that back foot. You're lifted in your left hip, pulling it up away from your mat. It's gonna move that twist in towards the middle of your spine. Right arm is lifted. If that bothers your back, it's on your low back. Exhale, right hand comes down, frame out your foot. Inhale, both arms lift, find your high lunge. Get nice and powerful through your left leg. You're high on the ball of your left foot and you're sending your left hip forward as you hug back your right. Lifting from the center of your solar plexus, the space between your belly button and your bottom rib cage, lifting your chest up towards the sky. Now slide your arms back, biceps in line with your ears. Beautiful. Good. Everyone, exhale, arms to cactus. Press your chest forward as you squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. As you exhale, forearms come together, hands at prayer. Press your forearms together and then lift your fingertips a little higher. Try to keep your elbows pinned towards one another. Good. As you exhale, humble warrior variation. Keep driving your forearms together as you dive your head down inside of your right knee. Fingertips are pressing towards the top of your mat. Good. Head and neck are relaxed. Elbows are driving in. Use the inhale. Come back up. Keep the arms. And exhale. Release your arms high. Stay for the inhale. Exhale. Fold. Frame out your front foot. Step your right foot back to plank. And either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, pull through to your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, forehead down, push up and back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale your left leg up behind you. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Squeeze the heel in, rotate the knee high, send your chest back towards your right thigh. Good, straighten your leg, close off your hip. Exhale, knee to nose, foot plants between your palms, pause. Right hand stays, left arm lifts, find your easy twist. Good, a little bit more weight in your right foot, pick that hip up. Good. Now see if you can find a little more space between your chest and your left thigh. Really lean back into that left shoulder. Nice. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, both arms lift, high lunge. So hips and shoulders are square to the front of the room. Powering up through your right leg to drive your right hip forward. Hugging back your left hip. Beautiful. Lifting with your whole chest. Rotating pinkies in. Feel the top of your back start to activate as you press your palms towards the back of the room. Exhale, arms to cactus. Flare your chest forward. Next exhale, hands come together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close here and hold. Palms and forearms are pressing together. And now lift those fingertips up towards the sky. Keep that connection. Feel the upper back start to work. Try not to crunch your shoulders up towards your ears though. Good. As you exhale, humble warrior, dive it down inside of your left knee and push fingertips towards the top of your mat. Let your head and neck be relaxed. Good. Press those elbows together. I know they want to separate. Use the inhale, come all the way back up and release your arms, high lunge. Exhale, hands down, frame out your front foot. Step your left foot back to plank. Move through your vinyasa, either that knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. It's going to take you to up dog or cobra. And everyone will meet in downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale your right leg up behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, foot plants between your palms. Back knee drops, back toes untuck. Wait for an inhale to lift your arms, find your Anjaneyasana. So this is a little bit deeper than that high lunge that we were in. You're working to get your left leg as straight as you can so that you're not directly down on that kneecap. So you're going to squeeze into your left glute and use that to press your hips forward, which is then going to lengthen out your left leg. Making sure that your left foot is very straight, that it's not sickling in. So you want all toes on your left foot pointing towards the back of the room. And now bring awareness to your right hip crease and try to drop it down like you're trying to push it down towards your left knee. Good. As you exhale, hands come down, frame out your foot. Connect your chest to your right thigh as you sit back into half split, Ardha Hanuman. Right leg straightens, right foot flexes, so your heel is driving into your mat. And you're sending your chest towards your toes, not your forehead, not your nose. You're sending your chest towards your toes. Good. Hips are staying high up over your left knee. So if you feel like you have some extra space, bump your right heel towards the top of your mat. It's going to allow you to fold while keep your hips high. Take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Option to release your hands and reach towards the front of the room, staying low in your chest, hovering your Ardha Hanuman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come back down. Inhale as you rock forward. Reground your right foot. Back toes tuck. Back knee lifts. Listen up. Back foot spins to 90 degrees. Wait for an inhale to rise up, warrior 2. Good. Now settle into your warrior. If you feel like your legs can take a little bit more width, then separate them. This is the widest stance in yoga. You're looking to have your wrists over your ankles. So take a look in the mirror and see where you can make some adjustments and see what sensations you are feeling through your feet. I want you to ground down through the pinky edge of your back foot and drive down the heel and ball of your front foot. If you are gripping with your front toes, you have some space to bump your foot forward. Good. Now sink down into your hips. Think you're driving your tailbone straight down into the ground. Shoulders are stacking over hips, so some of you need a little gentle tug on that left arm to bring your shoulders back in line with your hips. There you go. Inhale, hinge forward, right palm flips up. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Keep driving your right knee forward as your right hand reaches towards the back of the room. Half bind with your left arm if you like it. If not, that left hand is just tracking lightly down your leg. Good. You're lengthening along the right side of your body. So imagine that those fingers are pulling you towards the back of the room. Upper body stays the same. Inhale, straighten your front leg, peaceful triangle. Maybe you find a little extra length. Maybe you're working those obliques and you're floating that back hand towards the back of the room. Try to decompress that shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, reaching towards the front of the room. Right fingertips lengthen, get a little further. And then right hand drops, triangle pose, left hand lifts. Good, so keep the weight coming back into the pinky edge of your back foot. It's going to help that front knee from locking out. And it's going to keep you a little bit more stable. Beautiful. Lean back into your left shoulder. Nice. Take your gaze to the top of your mat. Slightly rebend into your right knee. We're coming into half moon pose. So right hand is going to find 1 or 2 o'clock. Shift your weight forward. Right hand comes down. Left leg lifts up behind you. Hips and shoulders still open towards the side mirrors. Flex through your left foot and keep your gaze down. Those two things will help with balance. Make sure that your standing foot is nice and straight. Second toe towards the front of the room. If it's sickled in, it's going to be harder. 2 breaths where you are. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Listen up. Exhale. Left hand comes down only. Close off your hip. So left pinky toe is now pointing down, and you're in supported warrior 3. Left leg lifted behind you. Put a slight bend into that right knee. As you inhale, you're going to lift your upper body, bring your left knee into your chest with you, and find a tree pose. Left hand can guide left foot into tree. So using this tree pose to A, find balance, but B, also return to your breath and try to slow it down, steadying it, driving your left foot into your right thigh as hard as you can and driving your right thigh into your left foot. So that tension creates stability. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, slide your left foot down and fold. Take a half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, jump or step back, make your way through a vinyasa to downward facing dog. So any sequence of movements for you to reconnect your breath with your movement, and we will all meet in down dog. Two breaths in down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, left leg up high behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, left foot plants between your palms. Back knee drops, back toes untuck. And you're waiting for an inhale to find your Anjaneyasana. So maybe you're lifting your arms up, maybe they're staying down for a little extra support on this side. Listening to your body, remembering that we're trying to get off of the right kneecap here, so squeeze into that right glute to drive it forward. Feel that right leg start to lengthen behind you. Good. Left hip crease is pushing down so the hips stay square. Lifting with your whole chest, sliding those arm bones back, palms pressing to the back of the room. Beautiful. Exhale, hands come down, frame out your front foot, chest glues to your left thigh. Use an exhale to sit back, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Straightening into your left leg. Left heel is down, left foot is flexed. Remember, if you feel like you have some space, you can take your left heel towards the top of your mat. Then you can stay lifted over that right knee, and your chest can fall and fold over your left thigh. Good. Feel like you're leading with the inside of your left foot towards the front of the room. Hug back the outer left hip. Take an inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Maybe hover the fingers if you did so on the first side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5. Hands come down, rock forward, reground your left foot, back toes tuck, back knee lifts, listen, back foot spins 90, and then inhale to your warrior 2. Take some time to dance into it, find your footing. Good, then building the posture from the ground up, grounding down through the ball and heel of your left foot, the outer edge of your right foot. hugging back your left knee so that your hips can press forward. Think external spiral. Outer left thigh is spinning back away from you. Good. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. You're getting heavy right down the midline, sinking it. Beautiful. Inhale, hinge forward, left palm flips. Exhale, peaceful half bind if you took it on the first side. Really feeling the length that you're curating on that left side of your body. Maybe notice how you feel the ribs on the left start to bellow out as you deepen your inhale. Maybe that left knee gets a little deeper as you exhale. Upper body stays the same. Use the inhale to straighten your front leg. Find that peaceful triangle. So nice and straight through the front leg, reaching back. And then if you're challenging those obliques, float your right hand, palm towards the sky, towards the back of the room. Really feel yourself be pulled by those right fingertips. Find that length. Good. Inhale, come back up through center, neutral spine. Exhale, reaching towards the front of the room. Left fingertips are guiding you, lengthening. And then find your triangle pose. Left hand down, block shin or mat. Right arm extends, palms towards the child watch room. And now here you're leaning back into the right side of your body. So you're trying to stack that right hip on top of your left. Squeeze your left glute to kind of drive it underneath of you. Gaze comes to the top of your mat. Slight rebend into that left knee, moving towards half moon. Left hand is going to find 10 or 11 o'clock. Shift your weight forward. Use the inhale. Left hand down. Right leg lifts. Right foot is flexed. Continuing to keep shoulders and hips open towards the child watch room. Try to keep your breathing nice and steady. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, listen up. Right hand comes down, close the hip. Right leg stays lifted. Good, one breath here. When you're ready, soften into your left knee. Begin to rise, coming to standing. Right knee comes high into your chest and find a tree pose. So balance does come easier on one side than the other. So find where your tree is here and come back to your breath, slowing it down. Feeling as though you are stomping into the ground with your left foot. Try to drive that hip underneath of you. One more full breath. Inhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Slide that right foot down and fold. Find a half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Jump or step back. Take a flow. Meet back in downward facing dog. Three full breaths in your down dog, so use them to really slow yourself down. Inhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale that right leg up high behind you. Bend your knee and open up your hip. If you practice wild thing and want to flip over, you are welcome to flip. Sending those hips up nice and high. Getting a little back bend. Chest is reaching towards the sky. Good. Coming back into that downward facing dog with the leg lifted. 3-legged dog. Everyone exhale. Knee to nose. Foot plants between your palms. Back foot spins 90. Use the inhale. Warrior 2. So we've been here before. We're not here for long. I want you nice and deep into that front knee. Good. Everyone, take your gaze towards the side mirrors and bring your arms to cactus. Press your chest forward. Eagle arms, left elbow underneath of right. Hands connect at the top. Press those fingertips up as you push your elbows away from your body. Good. Keep the length in the triceps. As you exhale, dive it straight down the midline. Find your humble horse. So your glutes are going to push back behind you, and you are pushing your fingertips towards the front of the room, keeping warrior two legs. You're going to shift your upper body and connect your shoulder to your right knee. So this is humble warrior where we were before. Spin up to the ball of your left foot. Good. Now wait for an inhale to rise into your high lunge with eagle arms. Stay here. Find your balance. Get heavier into your right foot. We're finding full eagle from here. So your left leg is going to come up and forward and wrap around your right. Okay? If you're not finding eagle legs, you are finding half chair, which is ankle over knee. Okay? So we're from here, heavy into your front foot. Put your gaze down on the floor or something in front of you that's not moving. Use an inhale, bring that left leg up behind you or to the front and sit into your eagle or half chair. I'm going to sit. Find your balance posture. If you're an eagle, the lower that you sit in the squat, the easier it is. Actually, in half chair too. The lower that you sit in the squat, the easier it is to balance. Find your balance for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, unwind everything and fold. Forward fold. Take a half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, heel to toe your feet to the long edges of your mat. And either stay in a wide-legged fold or sit into Malasana Yogi Squat. You can always sit on blocks too to make it more restorative. So you're looking to get your hips down, your heels down, and your chest is lifted. Some of you might be working your triceps into your knees inside so that you can open up even more. And then if you do practice crow pose and you want to fly from here, you are welcome to do so. Hands will plant down, high on the balls of your feet, walking your knees up towards your armpits, creating a little shelf with your arms as you shift the weight forward and lift. Squeeze your knees into your arms and keep your gaze coming forward. Nice. Nice. 2 more breaths, whether you're playing or not. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Everyone come back down. Hands plant and everyone stands up. Wide-legged forward fold. Shift the hips back and forth. Back and forth. Good. Find a half lift. Heel to toe your feet back underneath of your hips. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, jump or step back, take a flow, meet back in down dog so we can eagle on the other side. Remember to use that vinyasa to get back to down dog and to also reconnect and slow your breath back down. Okay, because we all tend to get choppy when we get into the more challenging balances and the holds. Inhale your left leg up behind you, bend your knee and open up your hip. If you flipped over on the first side, go ahead and find your wild thing or flip dog here. Hips go high, head drops back, open up your throat. Beautiful. Meet back in 3-legged dog with everybody else. Exhale, knee to nose, foot plants between your palms. Back foot spins 90. Your inhale brings you into warrior 2, second side. Not here for long. Relax your shoulders. Good. Arms come to cactus. Chest presses towards child watch. Eagle arms, right elbow underneath of left. Find it and press those fingertips high. Triceps lengthening away from you. Exhale, dive it down, humble horse, straight down the midline. Fingertips are reaching towards the child watch room. push your hips back. And then we'll move here. Yeah. Keep your warrior two legs. Beautiful. Keep driving your glutes back behind you, and now you're going to slide and connect your left shoulder to your left knee. Pop up onto the ball of your back foot. Good. So big challenge, big transition. Good. Then use an inhale to rise into your high lunge with eagle arms. Find your balance. Ground down heavily through your left foot. When you are ready, use an inhale. Right leg comes forward, wraps around, and you sink. Full eagle or half chair. 3 full breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release everything and fold. Find a half lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands and take your final flow to meet back in downward facing dog. So coming right into pigeon on the right side from your down dog. When you're ready, that right leg lifts. And use the exhale to bring your shin towards the top of your mat, lengthening your left leg back behind you, making sure that your right knee is outside of your hip, good, before you fold down. Left leg straight behind you, relaxed and heavy through your upper body, lowering down, resting pigeon. About 7 or 8 breaths here. You can stay right here. If you want to open up the hand or the quad and take this into a back bend and a quad stretch, work your hands back underneath of your shoulders. Try to get really lifted in your chest so that like you're light on your fingertips. And then from there, you're going to bend into your left knee. Left hand reaches back for your left foot. Square your shoulders to the front of the room first, and then hug that foot in towards your glute. Maybe you're sliding your foot in towards the crook of your elbow. Maybe you're connecting your hands, finding a mermaid, king pigeons, whatever feels good, trying to keep your chest square to the front of the room first, because that's what wants to happen. Your chest wants to open, and your hips want to open to the left. So 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release whatever you have slowly. Everyone meets with their palms under their shoulders at the top of the mat. We're going to switch into left side pigeon right from here. Left leg is going to come forward. Bring it to the top of your mat, and right leg is going to sweep behind. So if you have to lift yourself up to adjust a little bit to get that right leg nice and straight behind you, maybe bring the left heel a little bit more in towards the groin if it's too intense at the moment. Good. And then lower down, find that pigeon. About 7 or 8 breaths to start before we add on. Left leg forward pigeon. So this shin. Yeah. like this shin goes across. Yeah, there you go. If you're adding on to pigeon, slowly start to work your palms underneath of your shoulders, lifting and getting lighter through your chest, lighter on your hands, bending into your right knee, right hand reaches back for your right foot, shoulders square first, and then the heel hugs into the glute. Try to keep your chest lifting even as you're hugging that foot in towards your glute. Beautiful. Maybe connecting hands, finding a mermaid. Maybe just lifting your left hand and finding a little bit of balance. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly release what you have. No slingshots. Hands come to the top of your mat. Everyone meets palms under shoulders. Back toes tuck. Back knee lifts. And you send that left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Just get it nice and long. Just rounding it out because we didn't do 3-legged dog on this side. And exhale, traditional downward facing dog. Press your chest back. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, drop down to your knees. Sit up onto your heels. Find a hero's pose. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, twist it right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist it left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, walk yourself out to a puppy pose. So tuck your toes, sink your chest, and get those hips high over your knees. Now drive your chest back towards your thighs. Maybe take it deeper by bringing your chin to your mat instead of your forehead. If you tuck into your toes, it gives you a little bit more traction to get a little deeper there and a nice stretch through your arches. Arms nice and long to open up the shoulders and underneath the armpits. Get nice and long under there. Beautiful. 2 breaths. When you are ready, you can slowly press yourself up out of this puppy pose and into a child's pose or rabbit. Rabbit would be just your hips really high and your hands reaching back towards your heels. So you're super, super tucked like into a tiny ball. Top of your head is straight down onto your mat. So almost like you're connecting your forehead to your knees and the very crown of your head is on the ground. That's rabbit. And then if you do invert and would like to come into a headstand or handstand or any inversion, you are welcome to do so for the last few minutes that we have. If you are done, you are welcome to transition into your Shavasana from here, taking up as much space on your mat as you would like. So take another 10 or so breaths to do whatever your body is asking for, and then eventually find yourself back in Shavasana. Those of you in shoulder stand, just make sure to counter your pose by coming into a fish before Shavasana to reopen your throat. Finding yourself in Shavasana, shutting down your eyes, letting go of your controlled breathing, and surrendering completely to your mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Invite awareness back into your body. Begin making small movements, fingers, toes, rolling out your wrists, your ankles, nodding your head from side to side. Slowly drawing knees into your chest, hugging around your shins, sealing in your practice. And maybe rolling over to one side, finding a moment of gratitude before coming to a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. Allowing your eyes to remain shut down, bringing your hands to heart center, bowing your chin in honor of your practice, thanking yourself for making it to your mat this morning, thanking this body for allowing you to complete an asana practice, thanking this community for allowing others to share that practice, and as always, I thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of suffering, may you live in peace, and may your life be blessed with ease. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. I hope you feel good. Lights. Whew, you would not believe the wave of cold air when I opened that door out there. Holy cow. I might as well have been opening a meat locker.